What's up? This is Adam Joad.
This is Sean Shepperd.
And this is Scattered Hamlets.
Jabroni Slayers. This is episode 2 of Scattered Hamlet, Jabroni Slayers podcast. And we're going to bring you news of the world, news of the band, assorted bullshit. And we're also going to make proclamations that are absolutely true in every way. So anything you hear on this podcast is totally factual.
It's totally factual, and these are things that if you're not seeing in the news or you're not discussing, you should.
Exactly. You're watching the wrong channel. You really only need to get your news from here. I mean, in all honesty.
Absolutely. It's the other stuff, CNN, Fox.
Let us do the
let's
do the work for you. We'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, we're doing the work for you. What's the hipster news? Vice is hipster news.
Totally hipster news.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
We got this. The Vice hipster news.
Stick with us. Get learned. It'll be sweet.
Yep.
So Grant, an update, I guess, on Grant, who got his dick knocked off at jiu-jitsu the other day. Successfully reattached, so that's good. But now he's at drum camp. I mean, I know what happens at band camp, but I'm not sure about drum camp.
I don't want to know what happens at drum camp. The closest thing that I can think of that happens at drum camp, like he sent me a video of it, or a little clip, and it sounded like if you go to the NAMM show, for anybody that's never been to the NAMM show, they have like all the musical products every year in Anaheim, California. They have one in Nashville. I've never been to the Nashville one, but I'm talking about the Anaheim one. But like, so all the major every music manufacturing company, but the drum section at the NAMM show, you do not want to go anywhere near there because the drummers, they walk around with like drumsticks in their back pockets. You know they.
Oh yeah.
It's like they're like walking around and you're like, oh, that's a drummer, and they want you to know, and then. You go to like the place where like the cymbals are, oh my God, like psh, 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 psh. Now multiply that by 1,000 people there of people just like, let me try the kick, let me try that snare. And it's just like, oh God, I'm like, every drummer I ever go with, I'm like, I'm going to another set. I'd rather go to the freaking Kenny G section where they played like the clarinet or something, instead of the
drum section's miserable. True, and the thing is, all that requires you to look like you have the skill to maybe be able to attempt to try a drum set is just to have those 2 sticks. So everyone assumes
you just have the sticks.
But like
one time,
sorry. Guitar Center on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's a good example too. That's probably one more people are probably familiar with. Go to Guitar Center in the drum section. Sometimes I go. Like I went one time. One of my buddies he's a really good drummer, and he was doing signings. Because you can go get signed by your signature artists. And he got up from his signing, and it was like all these different drummers. So like people bring a poster, and each drummer signs like over their face, and he had to get up and go to the bathroom. So I just sat in his place and signed like his name on the drum thing. And like no one knows. It's like everybody's talking about like security and stuff. I'm like, yeah, that was at Tama Drums. That was one of the bigger drum companies, and I'm sitting at the table just signing things. You look like you belong. It's cool. But yeah, so I signed so there's a lot of people that are like, hey, this guy's signature. I won't say his name, but the signature looks weird here. Yeah, because it was me. I signed it. And I hung out, and he came back and was just cracking up. He was like, how many of those did you sign? I was like, as many came through since you've been in the bathroom. I was like, but yeah, he drums for all kinds of people.
That's pretty sweet. But, I typically sign, when we sign things, I always sign someone else's signature just to fuck with people. So
that's fun. Yeah, he's you never get too much into those conversations. I think he's drumming for Courtney Love of all people.
I wonder what that gig's like.
I have not asked him. I didn't ask him, and he's a very like cool and positive person. So even if he had something negative to say, he'd never say it. So like, which is probably why he gets a lot of gigs. Because I'd be like sitting there going like, "What the fuck," But no,
I can't lie. If Hole plays in Nashville, I'll go see him. I won't go out of my way to go see him, but I'll go see him.
Maybe, Sean, we could both play guitar in Hole, because she has 2 guitar players in addition to herself, because she's generally all over the place. So if you and I played guitar in Hole, we got to call my buddy up. I'm going to be like, hey, we're gonna be doing like Celebrity Skin and all those songs. And
that would be the most amazing mashup. We would be Scattered Whole. It would be incredible.
Yeah. Even if we just showed up to the audition, I think that would be worthwhile, and just film the whole process, like just us like going in there. I think
we could do Celebrity Skin. It's 3 chords. We'll be all right.
Yeah. We'll kill it. We'll destroy this. We'll be except we'll start like throwing in guitar harmonies and stuff. We'll be like that's not the song. We'll be like, but it should have been.
Yeah, she gets totally mad and just starts throwing things at us. Just
yeah.
That would be it.
We'll be like, nah, we're gonna put some slide and like some harmonies in this.
Yeah, astounding.
Whole would just reach a whole new level.
I don't know. We could only
you guys don't
just
even
push
know.
her to the point where she brings the shotgun out, and then you're in trouble. So. Is it too soon?
Yeah.
Is that too soon? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a few years.
All right, so what do I got here on the list? Let's talk about Mr. Tom Morello getting tackled. What, by his own security? What happened?
I you know what? I don't know. It's what from when you read those reports, it's like weird.
You never know what you get.
That the way that I understood it, and I could be wrong, is that it was like a venue security,
right?
So it wasn't like somebody's private.
Yeah, those guys who
security
stand down in the gap between the pits.
Yeah, that's what I think. And those guys are generally like they're gonna beat me up now, but they're generally like just like steroided up guys in canary yellow shirts that execute open field tackles remarkably, even if it's the wrong person.
Right.
Like it's
a solid the tackle that counts.
Hit the guy. Yeah, it's the tackle. So like he definitely got a hand on, and it looked like and he clearly knocked him out of bounds, which was the wrong person. It was like hitting your own team.
Speaking of open field tackle, so at Kid Rock show last weekend, I think got canceled due to weather, something like that.
Yeah.
So he sent a tweet out, and the whole place went apeshit because they weren't going to get their Kid Rock, and some dude got up on stage and he's antagonizing the security guard in front of him, kind of throwing his arms up like, what are you going to do? This dude end arounds, comes up the stairs, flies over, and just lays into this. I mean, he knocks him pancaked flat from the back. I mean, square hit. It was an incredible, it was an NFL style hit, man. This dude got blasted.
That's pretty awesome. That'd be like on the All Madden
I was
highlights.
impressed. And the crowd, I thought they would have cheered, but they just got madder. So.
Yeah, you got to listen, guys. Listen, unless it's like a punk show or something that you're invited on stage, don't go on stage. Like it's like everything's changed. And I mean, just to get serious for a minute, especially since the Dimebag Darrell thing, it's changed. Like if somebody comes up there, you have to assume the worst now. It's not like back in the day where, hey, some kids run it. No, you have to assume, because the minute that you don't, something bad happens, and it's that quick, and,
no, it's no joke.
Yeah, so stay the fuck off the stage. It's
I don't know. I mean, that's no place for you to be anyways, unless you worked hard with your band, got on the bill, and now you're on the stage. Yeah, you belong up there, but no jackass in the front row. Don't climb up there, because you're not. Nobody likes it. Nobody's impressed.
I felt you weren't at this one, Sean. This was in the earlier days. We were at a very punk rockish show somewhere in Wisconsin, and there was a lot of people, and they kept like crowding, and there was just like the one drunk guy who just kept getting closer and closer, and it wasn't a very high stage, and the dude kicked my pedal. He kicked like my cord out of my pedals 3 times because he kept going up there. The third time, I just grabbed him by the scruff of his neck and just freaking winged him back like into the audience. And I kind of felt bad because it was like one of those venues that had a pole in the middle, right? So when I flung him, he went flying through. Of course, everybody just got out of the way. And here he goes flying across, boom, right into that pole. Was like out. Like, dude just like fell down. I was just like, and everybody like cheered. And I was like, oh, that was a little more brutal than I meant to happen. But don't kick my fucking cables out.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you scored
like,
points somehow. Somehow you definitely scored points on that.
Yeah, then the poor dude, I saw him like later on in the night, like after a set, he was across the road and somebody beat him up at the bar across the road because he got thrown out of that venue. So he just had a bad night all around. Like, so stay off the stage is just the thing. Like,
don't belong up there.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, but that shit's like. But you know what else? You know another one. Talk about people canceling. I saw Snoop Dogg canceled for Sturgis.
Oh no! Why?
He just canceled. He just canceled all the shows. So like Sturgis had him like as a headliner one night. So they got like the Rap All Stars or something to fill in, and it's like Ice-T, Bun Thugs and Harmony, and then a bunch of guys that I've never heard of. Like,
I don't know. For Sturgis,
They should have got I'm thinking should have got body.
Oh,
count. Like if Ice-T's already going to be there, I'm like, body count would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that would have been because those guys kill it. Like I'm a big Ice-T fan, you know. And I thought that they would be much better. Like, you know, like that they would get people. They'd probably go over better than Snoop Dogg.
I mean, the Rap All Stars. It's kind of a weird move for Sturgis, but maybe not. I don't know. You know.
Well, if people were already going to see Snoop Dogg, I guess they assumed that they would like
Snoop's
that. But
like,
I mean,
I don't know. Is there a bigger guy in hip hop, like a guy with as big of a footprint as Snoop has?
I don't think is as big of a universal footprint that everybody knows. You know, like he's just beloved. You know, like he's like hit that status.
It's like my mom knows who Snoop Dogg is. Like,
yeah. Like where everybody knows who he is, and I mean that's like he's. You know, maybe there's, obviously there's other very influential people in hip hop.
He's banging Martha Stewart, so that's pretty sweet. I mean, Snoop's got
he's just like a fucking, what do you call it? Like like an entertainer, you know, like he's just, he's kind of like, like back in the day, you know, like.
Well, Ice Cube was kind of on his way getting there, but then it kind of, I don't know, fizzled out a bit. He's just not quite on the same level.
Yeah, well, I think he's more, people now, like, I think younger people and stuff know him more as a movie person. You know, like, they know him more as, like, an actor.
They have no idea about NWA or any of the stuff that came after that, you know?
Yeah, or even, like, I mean, some of his solo stuff is so amazing, and it's so heavy. It's not like, it's pretty deep. It's not like something, it's not like something your mom's.
Yeah, it's not Fresh Prince. It's definitely
not. No, it is not the Fresh Prince.
So,
if everybody, before we talk anymore, I got special John Deere. I think we talked. Did we already discuss this whole story about the John? No.
Oh yeah. But show that off for sure.
John Deere has their own signature Busch Light. Busch Light has the best limited edition cans of any awesome beer. Sorry, microbrews, Busch, and it's pretty incredible because every time I drink one of theirs, I'm thinking.
I gotta be honest, like,
Billy Bob loves Charlene in John Deere green. I'm sorry.
Does the green can make it taste better? I would think that it would.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah. Just like the Blaze Orange hunting ones do, and so do the Bass cans. They have NASCAR edition. Yeah, they know their market, and I can appreciate that. They know
everyone in Greene County should know too that those are only available in the 30-pack.
Only in the 30-pack, yeah. I had a whole debacle at the. I just wanted a 6-pack of it, and I went into the beer distributor and I asked the girl if they had it. First, she said no. Second, she said they only have 30-packs, and then I was like, "Do you have 6-packs?" No. And she went back to Instagram, like seeing how many likes she got in her last picture. And then I just walked to the counter, like to the cooler, and I pulled out a 6-pack of this and I carried it up to the counter, and she just rang me out. Didn't acknowledge that it was the 6-pack of this or anything. Like it was, I was just like, "You're very good at what you do here."
Yes, the skill,
skill
and efficiency with which you fielded my beer-related questions is just astounding.
I always think of the '90s movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy, where like the guy in the counter, and he's like outside the theater, and he asks the guy what time the show starts, and the guy is terrible at his job, and Eddie's like, "You're very good at your job here." And the dude's just like, "I know this."
I know this.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, that's how I felt. I was like, okay, well.
So, I don't know if you've heard the new Ozzy song called "Degradation Rules." Have you heard this thing?
Is that the one with Tony Iommi, or is that the other one?
Yeah, this is the one with Tony Iommi, and it's it's not a bad song. Ozzy, he kind of you get what you expect with the stuff that he's churning out. But the fucked up thing about this song is it turns out the entire song's about jerking off.
For real?
For fucking real. So
I see that. Now I'm a little worried about listening to it.
No, that's the thing. I'm like, I just didn't. I didn't expect that from Ozzy's 80? How the fuck old is Ozzy?
Yeah, you should be like writing. He's the Prince of Darkness. I want to see him write a song like about witches at black masses.
I just don't. I don't think Ozzy's beaten off. I think he's been beat off enough. Yeah, I think that's
he doesn't need to do that. Like
I can't imagine. But it's fucked up. So his
check that out. I did see the new greatest mashup on the planet where Rick James and Ronnie James Dio. Oh my God, I can't stop watching that. Like we were just we were texting about this.
I'm glad you brought that up because I started following. So the guy's name is Bill McClintock.
Okay, yeah,
and he is fucking insane. His mashups are so fucking
genius, dude. That one, I almost like it better than Holy Diver and Mary Jane.
I usually watch those and you kind of chuckle and then you shut it off halfway through. I've watched that all the way through 5 times.
It's incredible. I like it when Rick James, they have him live singing and like Dio does like the thing where he like this is, like, I was like, this man is a genius.
Oh, absolutely.
He should be respected for the work that he did on that because that collaboration should have happened years ago.
Yeah.
But why they're both still
absolutely.
alive.
So he's got another one out there. I just started clicking through his shit, and they're all fantastic, but this one blew my mind. So it's called Leo Talica, and it's Leo Sayer, You Make Me Feel Like Dancing, and Sad But True. Listen to how fucking amazing this is.
All right. That's amazing. Like,
wait till they get to the chorus here. Here it goes. I mean, how fucking amazing is that?
That's the next Metallica album I want to hear. Like, listen, Lars, James, Kirk, and Trujillo, Robert. Listen, guys, you guys have already proved that you can do anything on the planet. Like, you can play with orchestras. You did that weird ass shit with Lou Reed. You made some of the best thrash albums of all time.
Oh, who was that? The German chick too. They had that German chick singing on that one song that used to be Mick's girlfriend or some shit. I can't remember.
Something like that. But yeah, you guys have done so much. I want to see you branch out into this area. Like that's what was the Lou Reed one called? It was
shit. I'm trying to remember because that was a weird time.
Because I'm a big fan of Lou Reed and I'm a big fan of Metallica, and that was like when worlds collide and they blow up. You know, sometimes worlds collide and like many amazing things happen, and like sometimes they collide and it's just like a train wreck. And
like Nine Inch Nails and Johnny Cash. Amazing. Yeah, it was amazing.
That like Audio Slave when Rage got together with Chris Cornell. Like that sometimes when or like Damn Yankees or something, but sometimes when worlds collide, boom! It's like an explosion. And that one just went off the tracks. I was like,
definitely fizzled.
Can't do it. Like I really wanted to do it. I listened to it. Sometimes I keep coming back to it, but I really think that you guys could get together and do yourself a proper funk album. That's
absolutely. But you should out of left field. Don't even tell anybody you're doing it. Do your regular release cycle. Make it look hard as hell, and then it's all just fucking disco. Absolutely. That would be amazing.
Yep, that's it. You know Robert can eat, because he did all that freaking funky-ass shit on bass.
Trujillo,
with Infectious Grooves, the stuff he did with, like...
yeah,
he's got that down. He would be the funkiest... They would be the funkiest heavy metal band of all time, period.
Jesus Christ, I could go on tour with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. It'd be fucking amazing.
You know, the weirdest thing I ever saw with the Red Hot Chili Peppers was actually pretty cool. I was in Los Angeles, and Flea does this program since they're cutting down the arts in school. He does like an after school program and like gets kids like instruments and stuff, so they have somewhere to go and learn music, which is a really cool thing. But the kids get together and they put on a concert for like Christmas time, and Flea appears with them. So I'm watching kids like at this concert, and then Flea and that's Flea. Flea's up there, like he does wear clothes. You know, he's fully appropriate. And he wasn't wearing a sock on his junker.
I was going to say the parents, they're not big fans of the sock.
They're not
big.
Yeah, that doesn't usually go. He'd end up on Megan's Law list or something. But it was great. But it was great. Like it was really cool. It was cool that he does that, and it makes me think of like when rock and funk come together. And
exactly,
the Chili Peppers did it great. Yeah.
This is the most amazing quote of the week. Aaron Lewis. singer of Stained, eater of Doritos, smoker of cigarettes, and forgetting his lyrics drunkenly.
You remember we played at Rockfest and he had his own tractor trailer with his face on the side of it? I mean, listen, if I could afford one, I'd probably do it too. But it was but I would probably put like the smoke. I would make it like Snowman's and Smokey and the Bandit or something.
Oh my God.
But he had his face, boom, on the side of it, and I was just like, oh, there's Aaron Lewis. But anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but when Taylor was in town, this is about a year ago. No, fuck, this is pre-COVID. Taylor was playing a big show down at the Nissan Stadium. She had, I mean, there were no less than 18 trailers with her face and Taylor Swift on the side. And you know that's probably one of 3 rigs that she has rolling around the country. This girl makes fucking money. Holy shit.
She does. I like when she holds like Spotify hostage because it helps us make more money.
I mean, she's the only person in the world with that power. You know?
Yeah. Look, Neil Young and like those guys tried it. Like, I'm gonna pull my music, cool, bro.
Yeah,
he's Neil Young.
See ya.
Yeah, he's Neil Young, and they're like, see ya. Now Taylor Swift can do it, and they're like, oh, wait a minute.
She's
that's
definitely
power, man. That's girl power.
6-inch heel foot down. She's getting what she wants.
Fucking A. What's the quote though? I'm sorry.
Sorry. So Aaron Lewis, this is something Taylor Swift has never said. Aaron Lewis has had a show, and going on a rant like he typically does. And apparently this is a quote from this rant. You're free to be a man and slice your fucking penis in half and fucking scrape all the seeds out like a cucumber and fold it all back up inside you.
Okay.
I mean, this man said this to like a live audience, but
wow. That's like
number one. Has he ever eaten a cucumber? Because I don't think you do that, do you?
I've never eaten a cucumber like that. That kind of reminds me of the dude from Puddle of Mud. What's his name? Like he seems to have meltdowns a lot.
Oh yeah, I think he just enjoys seeing himself in like metal sucks every week. Like somebody wants to, and they've shortened it so it's always just FFDP. They don't even bother with the band name anymore.
Yeah, they're just like fucking. I don't think Metal Sucks likes us either, but that's okay.
No, probably not.
We're not cool enough. We don't like strike the. They really like obscure things on there. So if you're doing anything that's like even remotely like mainstream or something, they don't tend to like it. But I still enjoy reading their articles, even if they hate us. I know they have fake names. I know I've met you at shows in Nashville and stuff, and not Nashville, it's South by Southwest. I know I've crossed paths with you guys, and that probably just made it worse. So but I do enjoy it.
So there's some stuff going back and forth. So Dave Mustaine of Megadeth,
he has some serious awesome meltdowns too.
But Dave's that way too. Like there's that one video of him like, you know, going out in the audience and giving a pic to a little kid or whatever. You know, like that's cool shit. And then, you know, Dave's got his fucking psycho shit too. But I gotta agree with him here. So they were playing a set at a festival. I don't remember which festival it was. Should have looked that up. And I think it was either Rob Halford or what do you call him? Judas Priest. We're getting ready to go on next. Well, they're in the middle. Motorhead's in the middle of playing their set, and one of the roadies on the stage right next to them, the second stage or the main.
Oh yeah, because they're flip flopping. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're line checking guitars, like full volume noodling, not just chink chink. Like actually playing.
That's understandable to get pissed off.
Dave stops in the middle of a song and starts just shouting across to this kid on the other side, like checking a guitar. I don't know who the fuck it was, but flipping him the bird and telling him he's a motherfucker and he's unprofessional or whatever in the middle of the show. And people are shitting on him for it, but I kind of get it.
I'm gonna agree with them on that. Like if I'm in the middle of my set at a festival and you're in your allotted time period and the other people haven't gone, there's no need to do that. I think that's disrespectful to Dave Mustaine. Like him or hate him, Dave Mustaine is an icon, and he's a genre defying, him and with what they've done with thrash and classic metal and stuff. He's Mustaine. It's
and not only that, but it doesn't even matter who the fuck it is. In all
true,
honesty.
yeah, you're right. It's just disrespectful. You shouldn't do that to anybody. You're right.
Even if you want a line check just to make sure, just a quick kunk. The sound guy knows it's on. Anything you're gonna fix is after that. You don't need to get up there and play your shitty version of Eruption while somebody else is playing. It's just
somebody's like and he's like completely oblivious. Yeah, except that's not a cool move. I would tend to agree with that.
Stephen Piercy, who I love, Rat.
I was listening to Slip of the Lip before we started doing this.
Fucking Rat's amazing. I love Rat. Always have.
It's Rat and roll.
Stephen Piercy is in a commercial for one of those quickie cash loan places. What do they call them? Like, where you like bet against your fucking paycheck that you're gonna get some money.
It's got like fucking 50% interest rate.
Yeah. It's like literally like loan shark, break your legs kind of shit. So Stephen Piercy's in a commercial for one of these places, and he's driving a fucking Zamboni, and I don't get it at all. Like Stephen Piercy,
it's Rat on ice. It's like remember the Ice Capades? It'd be like Rat on ice. That's what that should be.
You know what? I'd buy tickets to that.
I would totally buy tickets to that.
If it was Warren D. Martini and fucking Blotzer were back, fuck yeah.
They could get like Nancy Kerrigan and that one girl to have fight again. I totally go to this event.
What was her name? Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan.
Do you know Tanya Harding would? She'd be down for it.
Yeah,
she's hurting for money.
We could have them like joust while Rat's playing. We could give them both sticks, and they could like skate around and like smack it.
Try to swat each other's knees.
yeah, that's it. That's no face shots. Just wow, hit the knee. That would be freaking incredible.
It would be like roller derby on ice, man.
That's when. Whoa, roller! Listen, this is the move. This is what all these like Olympic athletes can do when they're done.
Dude, I tell you,
roller derby on ice with Rat playing in the middle.
I mean, it's good for both of their careers. You got ice skaters, you got Rats. I mean, fuck.
The whole,
Steven, we'll put this together for you, buddy. Just contact us. We'll work on it.
Yeah, he's that guy's a character, man.
Dude, it made no sense. I'm watching the commercial, and he doesn't show up till about midway through, and nothing about the commercial has anything to do with hockey or ice skating or fuck all. And then he's on a Zamboni.
Do people know who that is? Like, because it's like you kind of have to know who Stephen Piercy is. It's like you're not. He's not like it's like we talk about like Snoop Dogg or something. Like, yeah, we all like music. We know who he is. But even somebody that listens to rap might not know what he looks like now if they're watching videos from the '80s.
True that. No, I think they put a little. There was like a little license plate on the Zamboni that said Rat. But it's still, they didn't really call big attention to it. It's just there he is.
He's just riding a Zamboni. It only plays way Cool Jr. when he's riding around. Everybody knows it's way. Roundin'. Oh, God. Yeah, Rat's freaking awesome. I used to see him a lot at the Sunset Strip at the bars. And
I would have to think, man.
A nice fella, like just like anybody else you walk up to in Hollywood, be like, like you don't know him, but like you're just sitting, you walk up to the bar to get a drink, and there's Steven from Rat, and you're just like, hey, what's up, Steven? He's like, hey, man, how you doing?
He just seems like the most LA fucking guy.
Oh yeah. Those guys they glide. They don't even have to walk on Sunset Boulevard. They just glide. It's like they've just been there so long. They've already hit like immortal status that they just.
I thought they got like carried around on those.
Yeah, they should
fucking things by like legions of strippers. Just like
they
walk them around.
They just glide like. I've seen so many of them that like that do that like. I saw Carlos from Quiet Riot. And he was like that one time. You just saw him with like his lady, and he was gliding across Sunset Boulevard. He just gliding, and it was just like, oh, sweet. I was like, yeah.
Leaves behind like the scent of Drakkar and fucking.
Yeah. Just fucking high karate, man. That's what No, I think Stephen Piercy's high karate.
Dude, Carlos, So Carlos was hot shit for a minute. I remember him, when Quiet Riot broke big, and he like was on, guitar player, guitar.
Yeah, he's the guy that
replaced
Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
That's big.
But he's, he was a shredder. He had that. He kind of looked like Ed Van Halen. Kind of had that same swagger going on or whatever. But I wonder if if he just never found the right vehicle, because it seems like he should have taken off way bigger.
Didn't he play in rap for a while? Because I know both the people playing opposite Warren I know John Corabi did it for a little bit. And I thought Carlos did it for a little bit too, but I could be wrong. That I could totally be.
No, I bet you're right, dude.
It seems like that would be a logical fit.
I forgot that Corabi went out with Rat.
He does not like to be called Karate.
No,
John Karate.
John Karate.
we were all at the eating the breakfast buffet at a brewery because we're on the same show that one day. I think it was in Kansas City, and we were all like just getting breakfast, and he kind of looks a little bit like Captain Jack Sparrow now.
Yeah, he's definitely got that.
Yeah, and at first
between that and Rob Zombie, he's got that.
Yeah. So he was kind of like sitting there, and like I didn't quite, I was just like, oh. I was like, it's John Karate. He's like, it's Karabi, man. It's like, I know, it's just fucking with you, but he was actually very nice. But it was just funny. But like, I was like, he kind of looks like Captain Jack Sparrow, But I was I already called him Karate, so you can't.
Right? Yeah, you can't come back.
Two insults at the same time. You're just being a dick at that point,
dude. I didn't tell you. Friday, I'm going to see your boy Tom Kiefer with L.A. Guns and Faster Pussycat.
Oh shit.
Fuck yeah.
Damn. You could see, I can't think of his name. I just saw him on Facebook. He just popped up my feed. But one of the fellows that plays guitar for him works at the, no, I'm not going to tell you where he works. Never mind. I'll talk to you about that after. This poor guy's going to have assholes show up to his work.
Fair enough.
But yeah, he's a great guitar player too. Like that's a good show. I'm
psyched, man. I've seen LA Guns and I've seen Faster Pussycat, but I don't think I've ever seen Tom live, so this should be pretty sweet.
Hopefully he counts the falling tears that fall from his eyes. It's eyes. That's how he does it. Yeah,
you know what? If he even has 50% of the vocals he used to have, I'll be impressed.
His guitars, leads and shit. His guitar playing is just tasty as fuck. Like he's got great tone. I know he's always using. He's got the Tellys, the Les Pauls. He's got it on.
Yeah, that's
respect.
Yeah, that should be a sweet ass show.
Yeah, good. That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it's at.
You're going to that tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to Rage. I'm going to Rage Against the Machine tomorrow, and you're going to go see that. That's pretty sweet. We're going to be beholding a lot of rock.
Scattered Hamlet will represent.
Yeah,
I'll definitely be backstage. I'll get all the pictures.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Just be like, hey, Tom.
Oh, forgot to bring this up. Apparently, our own, the dirtiest, the filthiest bass player known to man, Mr. Filthy Rich Irwin, is now the Chancellor of Schnitzelberg because he won the Dainty contest. And I don't know if you guys know what Dainty is, but it's kind of fucked up. I think somebody just made it up on a dare and then talked people into it. But what you do is you take a tiny little stick, you put that on the ground, you hit that little stick, you just whack it with a bigger stick, and it pops up in the air, and then you try to hit it like a baseball, and the farthest it goes, the farther it goes, the better you do, and if you've hit it the farthest, you get to be the Chancellor of Schnitzelberg.
That sounds like some shit that we'd have made up like when we were kids.
It's absolutely
hey,
like,
you kick this, and I'd see how far you can hit it.
Well, we used to play a game where we throw a log up in the air to see if anybody got hit in the head with it. Like, you had to just run. Just stupid shit. But, so, now, technically, Rich should not be able to compete in this sport because you have to be 45 years old.
Yeah, and he did not make the mark.
But they let Rich in because he has so much experience whacking a little stick. I guess that's how he got it. I don't know.
When he becomes, this is his fast track to becoming a colonel in Kentucky, which is important, which is a very important thing.
And at that point too, you get all the free chicken.
Yeah, once you become and you only wear white suits with the little bow tie. Like your whole wardrobe changes, which is awesome because you don't have to worry about what you're going to wear the next day because you already have all your shit planned out. Like just what you wear,
This is just you're a colonel now,
you're
fellas.
A colonel.
This is how you do.
You're a colonel. This is what you wear, and that's going to be good for him. I think that's really going to help. It's going to help our career too. I feel
Rich, congratulations, man.
Yeah,
we all rooted for you when you came through. So good for you, buddy, and your little stick mastery.
Colonel.
So, I I have a beef that I have to announce.
All right.
So my beef, this is going to be contentious. Not everyone's going to appreciate this, but my beef is with Eddie fucking Munson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you know what I mean? We all love Eddie Munson.
Yeah.
Like, he's amazing, but I kind of have a bone to pick with the guy.
Okay, what's preach on? What's going on?
Oh, I think he fucked up. So he picked Master of Puppets.
All right.
To bring the bats in, to save the kids from whatever the fuck town that is.
Some upside down bullshit. Some shit's going on.
Right,
yeah. I got you.
So, and Master of Puppets is, that's a fine pick. It's great. It sent the song up to like number one on the charts again. It never even charted, I don't think, when it came out, so that's fucking astounding. But, I mean, Eddie, you know, give me a call and we can discuss this. Oh, you can't, you're dead. But if you had played Hillbilly Harmony instead, you not only would have saved the town, you would have repelled all the bats. They all would have died from sheer rock overload. You'd still be alive, and we wouldn't all be shedding tears over boo-hoo Eddie Munson.
Yeah.
So
it's a good point, Sean. I didn't think of this. And the other part of that is the amount of time it would have taken him to learn how to do Master of Puppets. He could have learned to play Hillbilly Harmony a lot faster. So he could have got more. Yeah, it's way easier to play. He could have. How many more games of Dungeons and Dragons and weed could you have sold if you had to learn all that down picking on Master of Puppets and play it like 1,000 miles an hour? You didn't have to do
literally,
that.
man. He couldn't have
do that, man.
He could have been putting that much time at the Hellfire Club when he's too busy learning fucking Master of Puppets.
And he was on like
you're good.
A cassette, tape. He had to rewind that shit over and over again. It's not like now, that's a lot of effort. It is. That took a lot of work.
I don't know, Eddie, man. I think you fucked up. Obviously you fucked up because you're dead. So
yeah, you died.
You'd still be alive.
If you'd have done, you had a lot more spare time, and that was a good. We'd have a lot more money too. That would be helpful.
I thought about that, but I don't really want to bring it up.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, fuck. It's like, damn. Like, that would have been some serious. Yeah. Fuck.
What about you, Joad? You got a beef?
Other than the girl that tried to tell me they didn't have the Bush Light and the John Deere, and I don't feel beef. Yeah, I don't feel her life is going that well anyway. So I don't, so you got to kind of like pick them a little bit, but I was trying to think if there's any ones. I was seeing some in the news. Oh yeah, I do have a beef. Okay, I'm gonna
all right, here we go.
Right. It's not a full-on beef, but have you watched the new fucking Walker Texas Ranger?
No.
Yeah, they redid it.
I didn't even know there was one.
They redid it, and
I don't know if you could see behind me, but the poster that I have.
Exactly.
Chuck Norris facts list. Like, you don't fuck with Chuck Norris, man.
Yeah, this guy. Listen, there's so many incidents he's in that Chuck Norris would have just handled. It wouldn't even been an issue. Like, this guy, he fucks up all the time. Like, he gets punched. Chuck Norris doesn't get punched. He roundhouse kicks people. He sees that coming. When you think about going to hit Chuck Norris,
right? You've already got a dusty boot in your fucking snout.
Yeah. So this guy, I appreciate what they did with the show and trying to bring it back, but I would. I don't know how in shape Chuck Norris is these days, but I would rather see it remade with him in a fucking wheelchair going around and kicking people than seeing like this new thing. But that'd be my show.
Dude, what if it was a reboot of Walker Texas Ranger with Lee Majors as like the fall guy? The fall guy in Walker Texas Ranger. Like, somehow their worlds collide.
We gotta get that guy that does the mixing to make this happen.
Oh yeah,
he can start
Bill McClintock. You have to make this happen.
Bill, you got to start mixing shows like that. Now you're tasked with.
If you could somehow work in the monkey from BJ and the Bear, like have him riding like shotgun or something like that. That would be fucking sweet. That would be some shit. I want to see that. I want to see. I'm down with that.
Yeah, other than that, I want to see. Oh shit! I don't know. Anyway, I got nothing. But yeah, that was my only beef that I had with the Walker Tech.
That's solid.
It's not terrible, but it's just not Chuck Norris. Like, it's definitely like it's light. It's not supposed to like. nor was Chuck. It was bullshit. Like, I'm watching with my wife, and like they're there's a car going down like the runway trying to stop like an airplane, and I'm just like looking. I was like, Chuck Norris would have just did a drop kick through the front windshield of the car, and knocked the guy out of the seat. I was like, duh. It's like this. The way this is going down, this is bullshit. That's not how.
The great thing about that show back in the day too is like Chuck Norris. It didn't matter how fucking ridiculous it was that he managed to like do the shit he did. You never questioned it for a second because it's Chuck fucking Norris.
It's Chuck Norris. You do not question Chuck Norris. It's just like,
yeah.
So no, other than that, the Chuck Norris is he's the man. That's how I want Chuck Norris to be our tour manager. I think he would just whoop our ass. I think.
Could you imagine how much shit we wouldn't have to deal with?
Yeah, that's
Chuck
true.
Chuck Norris he could just walk into Sheets with us. We'd get shit for free. Be fucking amazing.
Yeah, he'd just walk out there and be like, "Why, opening band? Why is your stuff on the stage?"
Dude,
he would even have to talk.
Speaking of Sheets, Fetterman. Every other thing that Fetterman posts, he's at Sheets. Like he always shows himself being at Sheets. I mean, he's a big dude, so I know you got to eat a lot of sheets to keep all that going. Fetterman loves some sheets.
He looks like Sling Blade, okay? Like
he totally does.
The first time I saw, like when I moved back to Pennsylvania, and I went to the rest area, and I looked at the lieutenant, because I hadn't really been paying attention to PA politics. I go in the fucking rest area, and I was like, holy shit, the lieutenant governor is Sling Blade, which at first I thought was pretty cool. But I reckon I want some mustard and biscuits. But he's got to work real hard. That's probably getting a little too deep for this podcast. But he has to work like really hard because he's a Democrat. So he has to show that he's still a man of the people here. Because like in PA and all Appalachia, basically most of the working class has shifted over to the Republican Party, where traditionally it used to be a Democrat thing. So
20 years ago,
20 years ago, like the things that you'd see go down with the UMWA and stuff like that here were pretty intense, and he's kind of that sort of. He's trying to kind of harken back to that a little bit. So that's probably why he's eating at Sheets and shit.
I like the fact that he's decided that. Just like some Adidas running shorts and Crocs is all he needs. Like it doesn't from the top up.
He just had a stroke. Stop eating at Sheets.
No, not only that. But
don't eat at Sheets.
It could be 100 degrees and he's in a fucking hoodie and then he's in those shorts and Crocs and he's eating Sheets. I mean,
and he's driving a Jeep. I always have to watch that commercial where he's on the Jeep.
Yeah.
I'm like, we get it, bro. You're a man of the people. You're not. We get it. You're up against fucking Dr. Oz. That's what we have to work with. Sling Blade versus Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz. That's the state of American politics
that's
now.
It. Dr. Oz.
It's Dr. fucking Oz. That's fucking amazing.
He doesn't even live in the state.
He's a vampire.
Yeah.
I think he's a vampire. Look at him.
He does kind of look like.
I like though when he makes videos where he's a man of the people and he walks around the grocery store holding a random piece of fucking produce, like a piece of broccoli, and he's asking people about why it costs so much. This motherfucker's never bought broccoli.
He's never. He came to one of the diners here where I live back in the hills, and people were like shitting their pants, like, because it was, Dr. Oz, he's on TV. I was just like, oh Christ! I'm like, this is where we are. I was like, I got Dr. Oz and fucking Sling Blade. That's
fucking amazing.
If that was on the national level, that would be a South Park episode, but it's only PG.
Absolutely, it totally is.
That's a South Park episode. Yeah, that would give them all. I mean, nobody would get it, so they're obviously not going to write about it. But if
what are the two dudes, South Park guys, Matt and what's the other guy?
Trey.
Matt and Trey, get on that. You probably already have. You guys have usually beaten the trend on all that shit.
Yeah. You guys got it. It's fucking Sling Blade.
Well, fuck, dude. I think we did it.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
Episode 2. In the can.
Boom.